Hope FM.
Alex, how you doing today? Alex, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay, Mr. Right already.
Everything is kosher. Everything is kosher.
Okay.
All right, so Zaza
All
just got that. Let me put the. I had it up. I had it up. Okay, good. So let me stop this one. Stop this one. Rank the other one. Already. Ready. Already, there you go. So Zaza, I know you said we get in the quiet place. You call. But a good thing we got Alex here. And he did that video. So Ellie's gonna give us background of what we're looking at. And what it means for those of us who don't know. And many of the residents Lip Energy area of operations who are not aware of this which is an exchange in cost, fixed charge, new construction. I have no idea what it means. But Ellie's going to help us to make sense of it. But help us to make sense of it. All right.
Come again?
All right. Are you seeing the screen, Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
Just look tiny.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, so for that information, I already have it. I'm just trying to edit the sheet before dropping in the chat room.
Okay. All right. So in the meantime, can you mute while you're doing that? So Liberia Electricity Regulatory, whatever it's cooperation or whatever to call it, but that's what the acronym stands for. LERC, Liberia Electricity Regulatory Cooperation. I believe that's how it is called. I don't know what to stand for. What are they regulating? Prices, supply chains, how many players come into the market, into the space. So what do they do? What is or are their function? And don't blame me. I don't know, really. I really don't know. I know we have the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, and then the regulatory body shows up. So what is it? The question then becomes very much important too. Question that is, what is it that the LEC was doing that the regulatory body is going to either fix or undo that either the government don't like or didn't like, and they stood up this regulatory body to oversee the operation of the LEC. So that would be my question. But it's good edits this year. I think I was in the meeting, and the LRC rep was there, and we're there, and the prophet says something to that effect. So we'll get to understand that, and we'll break that down. Who are they? What they stand for? And what do they do? And how a step operation affects the bottom line of ordinary Liberian? Or is it just another layer? A government bureaucracy, a scheme of taking the Liberian poor money to create jobs for their own cronies. We got to be critical because, like I said, I don't know what these people do. We had the LEC for decades. So what is it that the LEC could not regulate that the LERC was brought about to do? We got to ask the questions, because most often our people, the only path, we seem to be the only path to solving real critical issue is to our problem to the problem. Which I do not buy into. I do not buy into it. Okay. So I seen either this one, Zaza. He said, with this, Liberia will be the 4th most expensive kilowatts per hour in Africa and 3rd in West Africa. So you're creating more pain for the people. So then the question even become more important. What is the body doing? Aren't you supposed to be regulating the price uptick that affects the ordinary Liberian? Aren't you know what they're supposed to be doing? I think so. This is what they are supposed to be doing. Looking out for the ordinary Liberian. If the cost of electricity, kilowatts per hour in Africa, I'm saying Liberia, is going to be one of the most expensive, 4th expensive, and 3rd most expensive in West Africa, then you are stifling growth. You're not ensuring growth. No, so then again, the question also becomes, why did you do this in the first place? Why was this all about? Because it is the people that are going to get burned. It is the people that are going to get hurt from this. The guy and girl or the Oma and the old pop who were getting that $20, electricity, this thing might just go to $25. The question will become, where does he get the extra $5 from? where does he or she get the other $5 from? That is the multi-million-dollar question. But I see Alex uploaded lots of document here in the chat room. So let me see here. Okay, good. All right, good. So Alex, I see you loaded quite a few documents here. Let me see if I can expand this, because my eyes are telling me you got to zoom in the thing before you can read it. You are not as young as you were. You're putting us on age now. All right, but I try to hold the thing down. Why is doing it? Oh man. Alex. If I zoom into the thing, I can't. It goes right into the middle. Oh, this is the conclusion. No, so let's go back.
So is there anything I'll read all?
Okay, that's good because we text here. I can't read it. I'll tell you no lie. If I try, I'll be putting. I'll drop my. All right, let's go ahead. Please.
Okay.
And you don't have to go. You don't have to go. Read. Just if you can summarize it, that'll be great.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me grab me some water.
Let me just go to that tariff quickly. Okay. Let me just read the 2 pages and then we go to the tariff decision, because that is the main aspect in the whole case, in the whole document.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is saying that from the framework upon which tariffs are determined and approved for service provider, such as LRB Energy, on January 5th, 2026, the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, LERC, requested LRB Energy to submit its tariff application pursuant to the 2015 Electricity Law of Liberia. So 2015 and the Electricity Tariff Regulation, the ETR. So in adherence to our regulatory mandate, LRB Energy submitted an application on January 21st, 2026 for customer in its lesson area. This submission was followed by extensive technical engagement between LERC, tariffs team, and LRB Energy Management to ensure that all required documents and information were provided. The goal of this engagement was to ensure the application adhered to the tariff regulations and multi-year tariffs methodology. On April 1st, 2026, after 3 months of review and engagement, the Commissioner confirmed that LRB Energy tariffs application was complete and in furtherance to the principle of transparency, stakeholder engagement, and good regulatory practice. The Commissioner made an abbreviation of LRB Energy tariffs application publicly available on our website and in local newspaper, paving the way for the public engagement and stakeholder awareness process. 1. The public engagement true to the principle of transparency, stakeholder engagement, and good regulatory. So this area have to do with Nima Tapetan, Toul City, Grand Jide, Zwedru City, Fixtown, Plebo, and Harper. So quickly to their tariff decision. They say after thorough technical analysis in keeping with the guideline of the 2015 electricity law of Liberia and electricity tariff regulation, we have made a decision that describes a balance between enabling LRB Energy to recover its costs, ensuring a reasonable return on investment and providing incentive for continued improvement in the electricity supply system. The new tariff, which will take effect on August 1st, 2026, are as follows. One have to do with energy charge. The amount customer will pay for the energy they consume measured in kilowatt hour has been set at US 0.22 per kilowatt, and this presents a 12% reduction from the current price of US 0.25 per kilowatt. Flex charge, a money charge of US 1.50 is introduced to form network reinforcement and quality of service improvement. Connection charge. The Commission has approved a US $40 connection charge for each new single phase customer seeking to connect to LRB Energy network in Nima, Grand Jide, River Gate, and Maryland counties. This represents a significant reduction from the current charge of US 110 Liberian dollar. 10 US dollars, making it easier for new single phase customer to access electricity. The remaining amount of US $70 US will be recovered through the new approved energy charge. The US $40 to be paid by new single phase customer will cover the below cost for the connection, which include the following: one energy meter single phase, 25 meter length of 16 square millimeter lower voltage cable for single phase and equivalent for 3 phase, minimum of full connection. 3 phase connection is set at US $330 per connection to cover a portion of the cost of connection, which include the following. They have one energy meter, 3 phase, 25 meter length of equivalent capacity lowered voltage bundle or conducted, minimum of 8 conductors. With this new, the prevision tariffs previously approved for LRB Energy in 2023 for Nima, Grand Jide, River G, and Maryland counties are hereby revoked. Today's decision is therefore not simple about providing a tariff. It is about strengthening confidence in Liberia electricity sector, expanding access for our people, and ensuring that every dollars paid by customer is matched by greater accountability and improved service. So they announces that it will start because they want our readers. It says, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, feature considerations and reporting. The newly approved tariff will remain in force from August 4, 2026 to July 31st, 2029. Minor tariff review may be initiated by the service provider or the regulator as outlined in the multi-year tariff methodology of May 2021. A minor tariff review addresses the tariff for changes in uncontrollable costs, an indentation of controllable costs, and can be done once annually. The commission will publish a detailed tariff decision report in August 1st, 2026, outlining the analysis and consideration that informed today's decision. So I will stop that 5 minutes, all right?
Yeah.
So so this follow a complaint by some citizens in both Grand Gila, Maryland, and River G County that the money they are paying to be connected to LRB Energy was very much expensive. And some complain that, in fact, the current are not stable. Some of them pay at time the current will give problem, and yet and still when current return, they still pay for the same fees. So it was complained, and they have that meeting where Wanimi Tapeta told City briefing in Zweju. They had that same meeting while they were charging that particular amount, and the people they like to update you on any decision that will come up to. But for now, we are not telling you guys that because LRB. So LRB Uno Energy was their aim was they are taking quarry from Ivory Coast, and they are also paying for this quarry. So with the quarry they take it from Ivory Coast and the lamb, other stakes for them, they are losing quarry. So in order to cover all of those costs, that is why they were charging that particular amount. So when the citizen raised a concern, they listen to them. So LERC, which gave the LRB Energy the contracts, come out that from today on, instead of $110, you should be able to pay $40 as one-time payment in a month, instead of you pay $110. So all of this in the break it down, coming to 12%, and it's welcoming. Citizens appreciate that from LRB, that's LEC. So the bosses, both managers from River G and Tabitha Gray, Jerry and your man Hunter, right?
Yeah, Hodge.
Your guy from River G.
Yeah, Hodge. Yeah, Hodge.
Okay, Hodge. They said they listen to them.
Yeah,
they hear a, but so their bosses, whatever they come off way, they will let the people know. But the people are reduced it because they are saying not just for us to get current, but at least for everybody to enjoy the current. So the money they were charging, send the look at it thoroughly, investigate, and then they have to come off with that decision that it should be reduced.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. Okay. That's a beautiful. Thank you, Alex. That's a beautiful report too. Before I make my own comment, Alex, can you mute, please? My own comment. I recognize Madam Claudia. Madam Claudia. So let's do this. Okay.
Hello. Okay, there's a lot of feedback on my side.
Alex, can you mute?
Okay, there's a lot of feedback.
Right. Go ahead, Claudia. He's good.
Yes, I am here and hope everyone is having a good time. We're having a lot of rain and cold and stuff like that. So there's a seasonal flu going around. So I'm a bit raspy right now, but I think it's like I took the COVID vaccine in the past, so it really helps a lot when it comes to these seasonal fevers and flus going around, because it's like sometimes we'll I'll catch it, but it's only like 1 or 2 days. It doesn't stay long. But I'm happy to be on the show and look forward to a good night.
Yes, and we're glad to have you on the set as well. So just give you a quick rundown. We're currently discussing the new tariff that was introduced by the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission on the electricity provider in the Southeast, a company called LIB Energy. They operate the grid from Tapeta in Nima County all the way to Harper, Maryland County. So they do cover a very large area. I mean, it's including Nima and the entire Southeast. So this company occupy a very, very important place in our electricity generation, a space. So they have approved the new tariff, and it seems like it's customer friendly because there's a 12% reduction in the kilowatts per hour from 25 cents to 22 cents per kilowatts per hour. But here's my thing. So I watched the video that you shot today, Alex, with the two managers. The manager is in Granger there, and the guy in Maryland. I just forgot the guy in Granger name, but I know the other guy is called Hodge. I'm a man. We talk a lot. You can hear
Jerry's car.
You can hear Jerry's car. Thank you. Yeah, so it's Jerry Carr. Thank you very much. Jerry Carr and Hodge in that tape that was shot by Alex, they were saying they're not refusing to accept the tariff. However, they have a remedy under the law that allows them to evaluate. And then once after their evaluation of the proposed tariff on them, on their operation, they can either accept or they can reject. So what that also says to me is that was the LRC, the LERC, really Yeah, Alex, I don't know what happened. I turned the system, right? I don't think it was me. Did Claudia also drop after I dropped?
The network is back. The network is back on this Saturday.
Okay. But it shouldn't be. I mean, you sort of have a problem, not us. So I don't know why. But like I was saying, you heard Mr. Carr and Mr. Hutch saying that they have to review it, and they have remedy under the law to either accept or don't accept. But that is up to the boss to decide that. Now, in your reading, Alex, you stated that, you quoted the LRC, the LERC saying, after extensive negotiation with LIB Energy. So I think any reasonable mind would want to ask the question, who at LIB Energy was the LRC talking with? Or did the LRC boss they transmit that the reading from the meeting, that extensive meeting was talked about in the write-up from the LERC to down to Mr. Carr and Mr. Hutch. You know, these are some of my questions. But most importantly, I think in cases like this, people have to be cautiously optimistic. You got to be happy, but happy carefully. Because there's no guarantee that the LRB Energy and its management will not find a workaround to put your bill up. Because the only way that will happen is when, and that's can't even happen because LRB tariff is going up. I'm sorry, it's been reduced. So what that means is that the profit margin has gone down. The profit margin is hit very hard because in that document, if you before then, if you are doing a single phase, you are paying $110. But under this new LERC tariff, you are only going to pay, I think $40. That's what it is. Yes, $40. That's what you're going to pay. Now, who absorbed all of that? You know, who absorbed that $70? How does LRB Energy make up that $70 gap? That is the question. Because LRB Energy is a business. Because if they take you to court, if LRB Energy goes to court and said they want to review this document and that it hurts their operation unjustifiably, the court will side with them. Because this is a significant drop in revenue. I am hoping that the LERC sat down with LRB Energy and said, show all your expense total. How much is it costing you to service your area of responsibility? Because in any reasonable environment, that information will inform the government through its regulatory body or agency responsible to either keep prices where they are, lower it more, or allow the company to raise prices. Because the government is not in the business of hurting business. No, it wants businesses to strive. It wants businesses to expand. It wants businesses to expand profit margin. It wants businesses to be able to scale. Now, if you are taking $70 from LRB Energy just for a single phase, imagine. Now, I'm not, like I said, I celebrate this. But it can be reversed if this was not done correctly. Because they have the remedy under the law. They can refuse, and if if the LERC says, okay, you are refused or suspend your license, they can go to court. And then when they go to court, the legality kicks in. Because they are business, they must survive. And just looking at what is out there right now, it's almost like LRB Energy has been strangulated. Because just listening to Mr. Carr and Mr. Hutch, they are not producing the electricity locally. They are buying it from Cote d'Ivoire. And because they are buying it from Cote d'Ivoire, it is expensive. And even if they were producing it locally, the LERC will still be on the obligation to do a due diligence. Now, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just looking at information on the surface. Well, not even on the surface, just reading what they put out. And then Mr. Hodge and Mr. Carr coming out and saying, they're on a peace of mind. So it shows that this thing was not discussed smoothly, and the both parties did not come to an understanding. Because if they did, Mr. Carr and Mr. Hodge would have come out of that meeting endorsing what the new tariff proposed is or are. Instead, they did not. They are saying they have to study it, and through studying that, they're going to do so under, the remedy they have under the law, whether to accept or to reject. So that is my take on that. Claudia, to come to you. I think you heard a lot from me. Maybe you heard a lot. You heard a little bit from Alex. They'll hear you what you have to say to this before we move on.
Okay, so right now, in terms of when you talk about energy, we have a lot of companies that have started investing in energy, solar, and so forth. I remember a few years ago, we heard that Ivory Coast was giving free electricity, kind of like a test to counties surrounding Ivory Coast, precisely on that end. So to hear that a company has come out now to say, oh, we're going to be charging $50 for meter and so for the whole package to connect you, that alone kind of worries me, because I thought Ivory Coast was already giving electricity free on that end. So it's almost like there might be some tools and satellites and wires and expenses that might be needed that will allow Ivory Coast to continue sending this free electricity. So that's where this company comes in now, because they probably can provide all these things for $40. Well, I want to kind of combine this new LERC and looking at this Orange Energy package that they have here in Liberia. When you go and buy the package, you're told pay $5,000, and that's all. But if you can't read and write, you won't understand the contract. The contract says every month you pay $31 if you have the full package, the television, the 5-6 light bulbs, the fan, the box, and you pay this $31 for precisely 2 years. That means that if you don't pay it monthly, you will not be able to power your solar panel to the box that retains the electricity. So then I'm looking at LERC and LIB Energy, how they fall in place. It's almost like the Orange Energy, package that they have, Orange Company now. So it's similar to that, allowing people to pay the $40. So what happens to the balance $70? I'm sure it's probably going to end up the same way. You register, you pay a $40. But later, maybe in the contract, it would tell you, look, every month when you're topping up money for electricity, you got to pay this additional fee, because we're paying this system, this package to you. But we just make it cheap yet so that you can afford to at least get your meter. So yeah, I agree. That needs to be looked into before any contract agreement is made, because sometimes a hidden figure can be felt by that or those consumers or customers that are going to be signing that contract. So it's better that the government officials look at the contracts first, read through it first, and then they decide if it's sufficient for the public, especially I don't want to say poor to make it sound so harsh, but especially the insufficient funds. The people that can provide the $110 opposed to the $40. So that's how I'm looking at the whole thing. So yeah, I agree. They should look into it.
Right, right. I mean, before we, since I'm trying to go to the line, we got 10 minutes, but I want to come to you, Alex. And let us discuss a little bit in the next 10 minutes. So we'll go to the lines. You are there in Zwedru, and LB Energy covers your area of residence, and you are within the media. How has the news been? I know when we open it, a lot of people call, but talk to us first. How has people received this news?
Well,
Okay.
so thank you, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
Say it was today by 11. This news just coming, so it haven't got to the public yet to say. So maybe left for tomorrow, people will start to get to know, but it haven't been something that went worldwide, or maybe the whole community have to know. Just according to them, they only call for 25 persons to be there, but they are all crowded because people want to know. Their concerns were raised the last time. They want to know what the result they come up to. So we are going to be informing people here tomorrow, and people have a lot of things to say because they are the ones that sent out their complaints that the people are not serving them well. Even some of them, if I just forgotten one of the guy names that they have not received quarantine for 1 month, but then the LRB energy workers are asking them to pay for the month they haven't used the current for. As you speak, in Sarah, they are cut off, and they still asking you to pay before they can connect him back. So there have been a lot of concerns. So I believe that tomorrow or tonight, that people getting it now, they're going to respond to that because they complain on the issue of the prices. That's what 0.25, and now it been reduced so 0.22. I think people will be happy. They used to connect for $110. Now if let me say $40. And so the name is welcoming apart from even if they get it to know, let me say that it good because they've been complaining only sometimes 2-3 days, no quarry, the wire get problem, no quarry. By the end of the month, they still pay the money. So like people were asking me the last time they show if whether if you not use current for a month, you can still pay for it. So I said no, according to their rules or the law they have, even a meter, if like you put $150 into one no current, the current still remain. Anytime current can your meter start reading. So if you are on direct, because there are other places in Zwedru, the meter is not all over. But those who still need current, they are being connected on direct. Meaning they are not using meter, they just hold the current from maybe another person or from a pole and connect their house. So they sometimes charge them by the things they're using. They have like fence, light bulb, how many rooms being connected, they charge you. So for example, you pay $15. At the end of every month, you pay the $15. But those people are being complaining as sometimes they don't receive current 1 week, sometimes they don't get current 2-3 weeks. But then at the end, LRB Energy will still come and say pay for the month. And so it been a lot of concern being raised between the citizen here in county that they are not doing well. In fact, other people say they should leave the county because they are not doing well.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, listen, I gotta say my own. I gotta say my own. This is a two-edged sword. Don't be too happy. Because LIB has a remedy under the law. Alex, please mute. Claudia, let me come to you. So, like you said, and I agree with you. And I'm glad you kind of tied it in with Orange, service they are providing. The business will always find a way to make profit. And guess who feed into that profit? It is the end consumer or the end consumers. They are the end users. That's what I said. I hope the LERC took that into consideration. So, Claudia, what does that mean for the ordinary person who is thinking tonight, listening to us, or has read this document? They go, yeah, my kilowatts per hour now is going down 3 cents. At least I'm going to save a little bit of money. But then 2-3 months into that service, they get slapped with a bill that runs even, more than the previous 25 cents per kilowatts to 35 cents, because LIB Energy got to make up for the loss, the $70 per single phase. If you go across the board, even deeper, the 2 and 3 phases. So talk to us about that.
So basically, right now in Liberia, we have the battle of the light. In terms of, say, energy has become something of a business now. There are a lot of companies coming out with solar plates, and it's so much easier for us because when, for example, when LEC goes, like right now, Lower Margibi has been out of electricity for almost a month. But those that have these solar plate packages from various energy companies like LIB Energy and so forth, their homes are completely lit. They're watching television, they're freezing their food, they're drinking cold drinks. So it has become a bit of a competitive, business now. Getting LEC to convince people to connect to the government's light or LIB Energy, LERC or whatever, is kind of challenging because more people are jumping to Orange Energy, another energy company that it's a young guy. He's running that company, and people are paying as low as $12 for 6 light bulbs and a solar plate. Some people are paying as less as $50 for a flat screen TV, fan, 6 light bulbs, and a radio and a flashlight that comes in a package. But monthly, because trust me, the solar, whether it rains, it shines, whatever, their box is going to have electricity. So they're going to enjoy everything that came with that package. The TV will be played, the freezer will be, freezing their things. The radio speakers will be playing. Everything will be playing until they fall asleep, wake up, it'll still be on. They don't mind paying the $31 or the $5,000, the $2,000, the $1,500 that is required monthly until they can pay for the entire package because it's separate. So here now, LEC or LIB Energy and LERC, they have a battle at one hand, trying to convince everyone to connect. So what they do is they make it very cheap. Because right now, for me to connect to LEC, because we don't have those guys on our end, I have to pay $150 just for a meter, then $50 or $60 for a pole, and I need 6 because I'm way inside. I mean, there's so much fees that need to be paid before I can be electrified. So what's best for me is crediting what I can afford for now, but I'll be paying for it small. So yes, I think they're looking into all of that because LIB Energy, its name by itself means a lot. Are they using water as electricity? Are they using solar? Are they using windmills? Or are they crediting light from another country like Ivory Coast to be able to electrify Nimba and Grand Jita and so forth? Like you said, the end consumer, LERC. The person in the middle will lose a lot of money, but I don't think they're going to lose money. Like I said, in the long run, I'm sure the consumer who's going to register to be electrified will have some additional fees in that contract that they will not be able to read and understand because they ain't see that part. Every month they will be asked to pay an additional fee, which is almost like they're paying the electricity to the people until they can get all of that $70 back. So it needs to really be looked into before they say, yeah, we'll take the other deal. And, I know everyone wants to be electrified. I know government officials mainly play a role in the background because every government official, especially the representatives that represent us, they know we crying. Oh, my son going to school, you can see the whole place dark. The criminals all over the place dark. So therefore, the politicians kind of put in a hand like, look, we got to do something. All right. So I think we need to sit down with LRB Energy or the other people. Then let's forget about the government. Let's sit down with the other companies then, see how best we can put electricity into the communities. They themselves sometimes they can undersight and not read the additional fees. It's always there, but hidden way down to the side you can sign because by the time you get down there, you can be so happy to know that you're paying such low fees. So when you read a little bit, before you even read down there, which is the very important part, that's the signature sign and you sign. So you don't know the additional fees. So yes, they need to everything needs to, when it comes to Liberia, everything needs to be looked into thoroughly.
Okay. Thank you, Claudia. Alex, now go to the line, take a few calls. Alex, we're not hearing you.
Sorry.
Leader, shout, Sheku Koroma.
0776-105-105, Let's hear from you here this evening. 0776-105-105, 881-1435-04. The number supported through you're going to be live here this morning, this evening on the program. I beg to differ. 776-105-105, 881-1435-04 are the number supported through.
Archie Wright. He not play. Alex Diulu. Producer correct. All tonight we beg to this day. I beg to differ, my people. If it's not correct, we go talk and so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside.
0776-105-105, 881-1435-04. Let's hear from you. 776-105-105, 881-1435-04. The number supported through and you're going to be live here this evening. on the program I beg today for. So if you just join us here, let's say welcome to Top 105.3, the radio service of Teach Our People Communications Incorporated. So what are we focusing on tonight is the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commissions, the LERC, has approved a new electricity tariff fee for LRB Energy that will take effect on August 1st, 2026, bringing the lower energy and connection charges for customers in Nima, Grand Gwinnett, River G, and Maryland counties. So under this new tariff, the LRB Energy charge has been reduced from 0.25 per kilowatt USD to US 0.22 kilowatt. So instead of you paying 0.25, it's 22 now. Then the charges, a money flex charge of US 1.50 has also been introduced to support the network reinforcement and improve service quality. So the commission also reduced the single phase connection fees from US $110 to US $40, while the three phase connection fee has been set at US $330. Also, according to the LERC, the tariff decision follow some of the complaints we got raised during the awareness. So after technical reviews, holding meeting in Tabatown, Town, Fixtown, Zweju, Plebo, and Harper, with all of the concerns we got raised, sometimes current can be stable a day, so the people has decided. And some of the complaints you got explained was the commission said some of your complaint about the LRB Energy that they fail to reach current to other places, they fail to maintain the current, to give current out to other areas. In fact, the way they give current is very poor, because sometimes current can 2-3 days you're not see current. So all of these things, then when the people say, okay, send our people say we hear it, but let's work in this form for it. So the people say with the new tariff fee now, it will start August 1st, which is next month, then at 2029. But if the people come back and they look into it, they will still come back to you and tell you, say, this is why we come up to. So my people, if you're there tonight, you can put a course in and let's hear from you. 776-105-105, 881-1435-04, and you will be live tonight here on a program I beg to differ. 776-105-105, 881. Okay, no orange network, so you can just call on Lone Star. 881-1435-04, 0881-1435-04, and you will be part of the show. 0776. Sorry, man. The orange, no orange network tonight, so just call on the Lone Star number. Yeah, no orange. So you can just call on Lone Star 0881-1435-04. 0881-1435-04, and you will be live tonight here on the program that I beg to differ. 0881-1435-04, and let's hear from you this wonderful evening. So we'll hold it there, go on the line and take this person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, Nia, where do you join up from?
I'm Emmanuel Bobo. I call from FP this evening.
Emmanuel, welcome to the show.
Yes, the topic on discussion this evening about LEC. But sometimes, when you on fly rate, which is direct, we call direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage. what is disadvantage? Sometimes the covering will go for 2 weeks. Sometimes it will happen 3 weeks. Prepare those that live news where you have in your area. We call it transformer. After the new transformer have been put into place, people will ask to pay money. Or saying, oh, but I pay. But how can one more no community must pay? It's reality. People pay the money. But because they own flat rate at the disadvantage on them. But those that own meter, and once they're coming off the meter stop, when they're coming down the meter stand. So we all know that they are also on flat rate. Once they pay their current bill, and there's no covering that at a period of time, you must see reason. 2, sometimes to just up the covering at the end result, there's some TV on, some people have a freezer, it causes damages. So the people have a very big risk. There will be maturity when it comes to covering level. And then we go with la labure now, la labure. That will expect a covering, but it will be, once we decide to build our country, we will put some things into place. So now things will be on. When something got or damaged, you will not pay for them. People have a very serious thing. You have to look at it. So the more look at this issue. Once they cover off, before you off covering, the more you have to, in other countries, you have to tell people ahead of time because they have their electrical devices. When you spot it, you pay for them. When you have because an error being an labiro. So there must be maturity when it comes to covering level. At least the whole country, we should be mature in this matter. That's my concern.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for being part of the show.
Thank you.
0776105. The orange no is not back. So you just call on 776-105-105, 881-143504, 0881-143504, 776-105-105, 881-143504. The number support you. Let's hear from you this evening. 776-105-105, 881-143504, and you will be live this evening on the program I bet to differ.
We go talk. If they hide the truck, we go
0776-105-105, 881-143504, 776-105-105, 881-143504. The number supported through here this evening, and you're going to be live on the program. I beg to differ. So we hold it there to go on the line and pick up this person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, near where do you join from?
This is Richard Solo calling from Galloville.
Can you give your name?
Richard Solo calling from Galloville.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Yeah, my concern is about Lone Star Orange. The VIP sinker they can be registering. It's not good. They can take some poor Adica, but you go repeat your sin. Or expecting you can know the ratio, so sinker on your Adica. They said it, then they put in current in it. And it's not good. So the Lone Star Orange they must stop that VIP sinker being it. Because now, as I'm speaking, one of my brother in jail for that one now. So they must stop. So I'm not going to repeat that sinker. Then they use the person not know they use the sinker and register saying that they see that PRP sinker they will sell it. So different people that put control that they can't catch you. It's not good.
Thank you.
Stop it.
776-105-105, 881-143504, 0776-105-105, 881-143504. The numbers to put you through here this evening. Let's hear from you. You just listened to us here talking about the new tariff fee. Yeah, we go on a line and pick up Mr. Segonda. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
This is Mr. Segonda. I'm calling from Chelsea. Man has to do with the famous drugs that we're talking about in this country.
Mr. Segonda, we are discussing about the new tariff fee at LEC.
So you're talking about LEC?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like to talk on it.
No.
Had an institution called LERC. The people came here, went to the city hall. They asked for our view.
Mm-hmm.
Some of came on and said the people don't have the capacity.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the ability to run the thing here. And it's glaring. Even it went to a level that CIO asked, you people are getting the people the contract.
Mm-hmm.
They accepted them to take over this city. Your own assessment, the time they've been here, can you say anything about it? You know what they told us?
Mm-mm.
They're coming away for 10 days. I think we're going to almost 3 months now. So the whole thing is just a scheme they put together just to rob the people of this country.
Nobody. The people came back today.
They came out to do what?
So the people are saying instead of you guys paying 0.25, they reduce it to 0.22. So the connection fees are used to be $110.
Mm-hmm.
Based on your complaint, they are reduced to $40 USD.
It's great. Chief is great. You can even say $10 around the obvious, but they have the capacity to run this electricity in this country here, the capital city, Zwedru, where there's no day that the current will not go. You come with your own program because you say the people complain, you bring it down. Granted, disconnection, what can I feel? And they did all they could do, and people are still surviving and paying the money, but the people don't have the capacity. The electricity extension business they talk about. Could you imagine the company, what they call company? You know that I said digging the electric pole with pinch act. The ground is using pinch act. They don't have the boom truck to carry the pole. So then they talk about going to the court. It has not reached there because of the condition. People are aware. This is an organized thing. The LERC is aware that the people not doing us fun, but they keep them there because of certain interests. Why should people be running there? You watching something, a thing go off. After some hour, abruptly it will just go off. No warning. This sport, you can't take them anywhere because why? That's an organized group. When you forget about it. People not ready, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 776-105-105, 881-143504. Let's hear from you. 0776-105-105. We're going to line and pick up this person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Chief. You're near, where do you join us from?
Yeah, my name is John David Boyney, and I'm to Brazil.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for this show this evening. You see, the LEC, they are just doing something, fooling with the constituents. It's current situation business. Number one, with AC. Just local the AC group. They are not user stable. You see, this current violence, the pole that they brought in this country. I know like Christmas leg, I know I'm working on leg, they bring. They brought the leg, the current, the leg, the pole in here, just kind of pole into the nana. All the bulk that they bring, and I'm one more, everything blow up. Just few working. I know the black phone of current business, I don't know what they're doing, I don't know. So the country is very in darkness, stay in darkness. It's very, very rolling that they pull the level. Just go there, you see tonight and just walk around and all the place so dark in the darkness. I know the black phone on this current issue. I don't know.
All right, thank you. 0776-105-105. We want to learn and pick up this person. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, Nia, where do you join us from?
Imana Bopolitin once more.
Imana, 1 minute.
Yes, thank you very much. What I have to say is that what happens to our government? We have people. Any small thing we give to people as contract, and then we saw the people fail off. In other countries, the government should or have or city department to control coverage.
But our department get a man the contract.
Yeah, so the
department, the LEC control the current, and they don't want give they want award the contracts to LRB Energy.
The award and the contract.
Yeah.
Okay, so the government is not able to stand to control the current system, or which it not be the LRB Energy alone. Even we talk about the Ministry of Transport again, they get a contract to other people. What happened to our country? Just go around, my brother. Look at the street. All the light body people blow, everything blow off. Majority of them blow off. They say it dark. We can't call it, but they say it dark. So that's the big thing. The problem we have in our country. If we're not very able to take care of the country or the current issue to be fine, you take into full grant or grant to the country, that's all. Money speaking. But we just pray they must try to let it prove themselves, so we'll see. Yes, time around.
Thank you. 0776-105-105 881-143504. Let's hear from you. We have 8 minutes up to 11 o'clock. We withdraw that cat in the call section. So it's about time that you call here and let's hear you. We pick up this person. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. You're near. Where do you join us from? Rasin Nemo. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. You see, Grand Great Problem is very great. You call him Beni will talk about it. You think I will talk about power Beni will get tired every year. And they go there or your LEC is doing well to all. You pay your money, more can earn, you can't be the calling booth, can't find the money. Pay money they get one. So we'll talk to the thing I will talk about power Beni will get tired, power they feel like we'll be talking about LEC or they will get tired. You want to do, if you want to do, better do it.
You die with all right, thank you. 0776-105-105 881-143504. Mr. Segura, 1 minute.
Hello?
You are live, Chi. 1 minute.
Okay. You see, what is happening is that we are not honest to ourselves in this country. Because of the funny scheme, we set it up, we get the other contract, we get this, we get that. LEC were running the current system in this country. They say, no, that will give it to LRB Energy. the same O2 by 4 pool that LEC hired and the same thing stay here. What is the essence of giving the people contract? What is transformation? When we say the people now ready that all gone now criminal gang, then people say we are against. But the real thing you can't talk about in our own country. When you talk about it, then that politics. Anything you talk that is right, that politics. So let them do what the people are doing. As the name rightfully said. And yesterday the people say the city government won a case against the cow people. Can't see the number of cows that they brought a few days. A 10 times more than the time they never been to court. Then what kind of thing we going through here? LEC were running the corporation in this place. The same 2 by 4 poll and the same 2 by 4 stay here. Nothing has changed. Why are you giving the contract up to them? For what reason now? Because they came here, they collected money, said before they can even buy a car for the organization. They didn't have even a bike, even the reflective jacket. The people here money they collected, they start buying reflective jacket, buying car, buying nyama thing. Then you sit there and say that change. They can't extend it. The electricity because they say they don't have anything to hold the pool. What the essence now? The LEC come by. It would be better than to come lie to us. You get organization like here to run something. The same old pool that LEC left here, that same pool stay here. Everything they talk about is not working. When I brought some kind of funny channel like they say they were lighting the city. Go see. The one that own now, you don't read TV. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We pick up one or two, and then we go back to our panelists here on the show. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. We pick up this person. Oh my God. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Nia, where do you join us from?
It's Melvin Bagley calling from San Oro.
Melvin Barkley, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I just want to appreciate the LEC for now. At least they are trying their best on San Oro. Now, I have some of that material in my business area here.
Okay.
They're working on the pool now. So at least we're not seeing that first. But now, with all the talk we're listening on the air, at least they are trying their best on San Oro. So may God be with them. May God give them the courage and the wisdom. So that may you electrify. So that you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being part of it. So we pick up one more person and then we can call it at the end of the call section. 776 105 105 881 14 3504. And you will be part of us here this evening. 776 105 105. The numbers of Portage. Let's hear from you. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's hear from we screen in this person. Hello.
Hello. I joined again. I'm not finished. My minute was almost finished. So I just want to make it quick.
All right, go on.
The AC business. We're not like poor. They still in the darkness. That pool like pool now. When you put both there, it will not be 2 months, 3 months. It will still be the same. So it will not be platform.
And man, stay holding your share. 776 105 105 881 14 3504. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 are the numbers of Portage. Let's hear from you here this evening. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's hear from you. So we have 1 minute to go 11. We will hold it there with the call section. Go back to the panelists here and continue the discussion. So let's hear from you. 776 105 105 881-14-3504. You going to be part of it. All right, so with no time to wait, we take this person. Hello. Vanny is sounding like somebody who is very far from the phone. I'm getting you, but you're coming in low. Sorry, my brother, we don't discuss in the room. Tomorrow morning, you come on the top monitor. Yeah, sorry, we are not discussing the rule. So tomorrow morning on the top monitor, you can talk about your rule. Mr. Rai, welcome back.
Thank you, Alex. That was great. What did you say? You said they mean holding the man's share? The man say he come back. He got immediately allow you to go through. You're muted, Alex.
Yeah, you know, he came by and said, "Oh, because of my minute, I never complete my statement." I said, "Okay, go ahead again." Then a minute holding for the second time.
Oh my God! Oh man, call the money show tomorrow. You finish your minute. Yeah, that's funny. But Claudia, that come to you. You listening to some of the callers. What's your overview from the callers?
So you know, I always like to drop the ball, and I just want everyone to know that right now a lot of things globally are happening in terms of the sun is getting hotter because the ozone layer is getting thinner, and that is affecting a lot of our health, our eyesight. For example, Maya Zango, one of the top female journalists of Liberia, is going blind. Her eyesight. A lot of things are happening to our physical appearances globally because of fire burning, coal burning, gas, and all these things that we're using that is abominating our environment. So these energy companies, we should receive them with happiness, with eager, because what they're bringing in is solar. They're using aluminum and different other products that will not affect the environment, your household. Your house will not set on fire. So many people in Liberia are burning to death. Their houses are burning to ashes because of this gas electricity that LEC provided and provides. And I really commend LEC for handing over LIB Energy that contract, taking away the damages that, you know, their normal gas you know, system normally causes, and turning it now into energy. Look at my neighbor, my next door neighbor generator is so loud. And I know you can receive that sound because they're still using gas when everyone now around me is using energy. You go all around, you see solar plates all over the place. You won't hear a single generator beating. So it's very important to understand it as well, because these solar energy companies have a particular program, and they come with the package. They sit down with you and they tell you this is how you're supposed to do it. Your SIM card, once you remove it from your meter or your box, someone else use it. Police second can't hold you because it's considered to be stolen. So you have to understand it. The sun right now is not really shining. It's rainy season. Yes, for the past 2-3 months, it's been raining. Even before May 15, we were seeing it. So you got to understand how that role plays on the solar system. Some parts of Liberia you have not seen. Sometimes you'll see something like 15 acres of land, solar panels, solar plates running across that land, that field, retaining the sun energy and backfiring it and putting it back into electrifying homes, making sure your TV can play. So it's important to understand what you have and how to use it, before you say, oh, we can't get current. Yeah, because maybe your owner, the way they set up your installed your solar lights, you probably got big palm tree now all covering it. Try to, clean the area around your solar lights. Try to understand why you're not getting electricity before you condemn it and say, oh, the government not doing the right thing. LEC were not supposed to handle. No. We were complaining on LEC. You know how many of my friends passed away in fire burning because some kind of heavy shock after the lightning strike? LEC shut down when you turn it back on. Heavy shock runs into the wires, boom, sets a whole house ablaze. It happened, I know for a fact, it happened to the chairman of Unity Party's house. Look at Sir Joseph. Look at all these houses that burn. Look at Fananti Kofa. A lot of houses that burn down to ashes. And now we are transforming now to LRV Energy, Orange Energy, other energy companies. So we also have to understand that women play a role, because in all the calls that came in tonight, I didn't hear one female call in. We're the ones that have to remember how to use our appliances, how to maintain the electricity that has been given to us, because the men are always working and hustling. We are the ones at home charging our phone. Your friend come over, please charge my thing, please charge my thing. You know, how to call, how to use mobile money and up, recharge. All those things are very important.
Tell them.
Gotta tell them, because it's very important to know. What you don't know, you just, for example, if you don't know your phone, you buy a new phone, you don't know nothing about the settings, how to set it, find your network. You got to go to APN, you set your Orange network so that you can browse on it. Once you don't know that one, you'll say, their phone not working, or I buy it somewhere, but it's not good. So what you don't understand about what you have, or how to maintain it, maintain your meter, make sure you got your SIM card, make sure you got your car information, everything. Make sure you know how to use Maxi app or your mobile money with *144#, or whatever they tell you to do. Know how to do it before you be crying. Now we in the rainy. It's been raining. We haven't seen sun. We saw, I think, 2-3 days ago, I saw the sun. It's been gloomy and dark there since then. And those that have solar plates, their light right now, their light bulbs are on. I see their bedroom lights on. I hear a few televisions playing. They're still enjoying electricity despite they're using solar. So get connected. That's all I have to say. Get connected. It's time to upgrade. We're in Africa, but it doesn't mean that Africa is not. It's not a world. It's not where humans live. We have to be up in standard with technology and environmental protection. Protect yourself. Move from LEC and get connected to your energy and your solar panels. Find out who is doing it around your community, local companies, and get connected. That's all I can say.
That's great. Claudia, thank you so much. And by the way, I too want to join the chorus and say, which Mia Zongo, hope I'm calling the name the correct way, is speedy recovery. And for those of you who can reach out, the aid in whatever way, now is the time to do so. Like Claudia said, she's one of the most, I read a lot of news on her, a lot of their awards that she won. She's international acclaimed. So these are people that are giving to the society. Maybe a baton the society gives back too. And so, yeah. And let me also say, thanks for putting in that little pitch, Claudia, to the females. I mean, we do have female. I'm going to say we do have females calls on the show sometimes, but it is not as frequent as we would like it to be. We encourage females to participate, be part of the conversation, get in the fries, get in the photo, get in the cause. Your voice has to be heard in the conversation. People need to hear you. If you are not heard, you are not seen. The only way you can be seen is to say something. All right. So we hope that that message resonate with the females listening out there this evening. Thank you, Claudia. Alex, let me come to you. For most of the callers here tonight, some, I think, let's say most, some of the repeat callers, they were talking about the electrification of the city of Zwedru. And most of that was wrapped up in, I don't want to say condemnation because that would be too hard of a word, too strong of a word. But they were not appreciating the fact that they lifted people's hopes up high and that the street lights, most of the street lights are not on. In fact, the city is probably 80% dark, and they don't appreciate that. You live in Zwedru. What do you say to that?
Well, so thank you, Mr. Wright. We have some street lights here in Zwedru, and then Honorable Sokan brought a street light. I'll give them to Arabi Energy in order to electrify the city. So some of these street light bands placed on the various poles along the road. There are few that giving problem, and some are still working. So there's the only thing that the citizens fail to do is, like, when the honorable mayor were giving out those material to Arabi Energy and told them that I'm giving these things to them to electrify the city. But you can also let my office know if there's, a shock or maybe any of the bulb having a problem. Let me know, we're going to replace them. I don't know how many of them have wrote the office of the representative to inform him that some of these street lights are being placed up here. We have 1, 2, maybe to City Hall where I get a problem. Coming to those streets, we have 3 there that have problem. That wrote in and informed me, and then they not replace it because he told them. And these things, they are things that they bought from other countries to help in electrifying the city. So there are just some that giving problem, none all. I can just walk outside there and give you a few photos. If you need it now, I can just stand a distance, shoot 3, and you will see how the road leading from Red to Telecom going to the Kota Des look. So they are just other places that they don't have all of the light being placed. But the central part of Zwedru, where we talk about the Broad Street, just part that we have solar panels, light are there. We still have some of the light that have been placed there. So there are just few layers that have the problem. And then there are other places at all that corridor reach. So I think these are area maybe they are talking about. There are other places corridor reach, and there are other places we have those light pole corridor in the various communities, but then those particular light who don't reach there. So that is the only problem for me. But there are just few that aren't working.
All right. Thanks, Alex. Thank you so much. I know we do have a lot of callers tonight saying, no, you're not saying the truth. You can either call and only show tomorrow to disagree with Alex, or you can call back tomorrow even same time to disagree with Alex rather. But Alex has said you have said his own rather, and we'll leave it like that. But let me appreciate the callers for being part of the show. What I would have really loved to, I think they did. So let me say I would have. I think they did. And that has to do with the service the service that they receive and the service that they may receive or may not receive. Because for me, I think the concern should be LRB as a business. If they don't feel that this new tariff is going to at least have a beneficial effect on their business, and in fact is going to hurt the business, they are either going to reject the new tariffs. And if they reject it, it becomes a long horse battle. Yes. And guess what? The government cannot just wake up tomorrow and say, I think one of the callers spoke to it. Cannot just wake up tomorrow and say, we're cutting LRB energy contract or we're stopping it. No, because if you do that, you got to show costs. And that cost has to be legitimate. It has to pass the legal muster. It has to be enshrined or in the contract that says if LRB fail to do X, Y, and Z, the contract will be terminated. But LRB, I don't know if the LERC has determined that to be the next course of action. Because listening to Carr and Hutch, it looks like they and the guys are going to fight. Because I can tell you this, and again, I'm not saying it because I'm in support of LRB Energy. I'm just saying it because my business IQ, my business understanding. No business would take what seemed to be over 65% cut to the revenue and still remain business. It doesn't just happen easily. Now, unless you're going to give the new customers, unless you're going to do that. But if they are going to be, servicing the same old customer, even if there's a little bump in that number, it still doesn't close that gap, that $70 gap. It still doesn't close that. Still doesn't. Yeah, so I think that has to be looked into, and for all applicable reasons that speaks to the interest of both parties, meaning the consumer and LRB Energy, it will be a good thing to do. All right. So like Claudia, you said, let that contract, or not contract, but let the tariff proposal be looked into. And I'm glad LRB going to look into it. Hopefully they're going to get to the table with the LERC and have a very reasonable conversation. Because in the end, listen to all the callers tonight, the people are not getting the services they deserve, yet they are paying. I don't think the answer there was, let's slap more tariff on LRB Energy, and all of a sudden, somehow, magically, LRB Energy is going to improve service. How? Where in the world do you see that? That doesn't happen, my people. It doesn't happen. So I want to join the call with Claudia. Let's review this again in the interest of the people and LRB Energy so that everybody walk away satisfied. So LRB can improve that service offering, because that's what we want, right? We want LRB to improve the service offering. And they cannot improve the service offering if their profit is being gutted, because that's what it just did. It has been butchered with big hair colored. The bare bottom color, what it did. At least LERC did. They took that bare bottom color and they slashed it. Yeah, and no business, can stand that. I mean, you can't do that and you say, okay, my man, you got to come down and improve your service. There's no way. So that is the downside for me, and I think that's a way out. Alex, in America, we have a big game tonight, and I think we're going to call it a night because the game is coming in the next 40 minutes, and I got to get into my mood because we are shouting all night here tonight. You know, we're shouting all night. We got to win the game tonight. You know, yes. So I think Claudia has dropped.
Your president is trying to bring politics in football, cheating, and using comment on FIFA. That man not doing good.
No, I agree. And tonight, I don't know, man. Everybody running war against the U.S. All because of what Trump, which was not necessary. Allow the rules of the game to take hold. That's how we enjoy our game. All right, somebody has to win. The red card, the Longo, let me stay out. You know, if he misses this game, fine. If the U.S. wins, he has another chance. But the red card was a legitimate red card. He stepped on the guy and he didn't get the ball. And that looks like malicious because he did it from behind the guy. So there was no if and but about it. Whoever said that was not a legitimate red card, they need to watch that.
Your president said the red card is fake. And in fact, the US have the stadium, the US have everything. In fact, the FIFA need US to carry on the World Cup. So if they don't want to cancel the record, then the World Cup just ended that.
Oh yeah.
So Florentino Perez will have no other option. You just have to say, but gentlemen will have to turn the other rule around. Because Belgian Federation Association of Football read and said, no, this is the law of the game. We have to go by it. And the president said, that particular thing you're saying, I reject it. I say the president said we should cancel the record. And you telling me, say, football rule. So reject your appeal. And it may be playing.
That's Donald Trump. Yeah, in America, clear option.
You know, I read a mass statement. I just laughing one day.
Donald Trump don't get
the last time he said that certain thing that make me laugh. He said, you just come in America, you spend in 1 week and you telling the girl how they are beautiful, they cut their hair. So if you try to abuse your visa, we'll send you back in your country. You just even though that's a fact, the president. You just spend somebody 1 week or 3 days in the poor country and say they get beautiful. In fact, she cut her hair, she still. When you see the person,
Donald Trump. The world will remember Donald. That's what they will remember him. But yeah, I think it was wrong. Infantino should have and let Donald Trump once again turn the war against him. I don't think he would have done. That was a flop. And Infantino being a weak dude fell for it. You know. But trust me, it will energize Belgium tonight. They're gonna come out there and play their hearts out because they want to win. So that the rest of the world can look at America funny. And the thing about it, whether way America go, the world is not going to look at it in the favor. Because if you win, it will be because you twisted the rules of the game. Mm-hmm. And if you lose, you will say, aha! See? God don't sleep. God don't sleep. That was saying like Europe. God don't sleep. Come from behind here. And it will be here. And mosquito bring your bed. Bueno. Alex, I want to call it a night. Because like I said, I gotta go take my seat. And see every bit of this game. We got one relation to the politics and the game. Because Donald Trump is very interesting. He not made a game later than that. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, same time.
All right. Thank you so much.
TOP FM